Hi, this is Angela Grace. I'm standing outside in the rain and looking at my propane tank. So I've been frack free for 3 weeks now. I ran out of propane during the floods here in Boulder, Colorado. And it's been a really awesome experience. So navigating life without propane that has most likely come from sources of hydraulic fracturing. Life has actually been easier than I thought. So some of the impacts are that I don't have hot water. So we've been generally taking cold showers for the last couple weeks, except when we're down in town. But really, if I'm not washing my hair and I'm just rinsing off, I actually prefer using the practice that I learned from Kundalini Yoga, which is called Ishnan, which is done with cold water and basically helps to stimulate the lymphatic system, which is part of our immune system. And so I've been doing that practice for the last couple weeks out of necessity. And it's really great. Sometimes we worry about being cold in the winter and taking a cold shower, but I find that when I do that practice and then I have some oil with Ayurvedic herbs that I put on after it, that I'm plenty warm. So the other effect is that my oven and stove are propane, use propane. And so basically we devised a few ways of cooking. One is I have a wood stove and discovered that you could use two methods. One was while the wood stove was heating the house, that we could place basically a pizza stone or cast iron or a griddle on top and cook on top of the wood stove. And the other method was wrapping either vegetables or fish in tinfoil and cooking it camping style in the wood stove. And that actually worked really well and tasted amazing. It was actually really nice, like wood-fired fish. So those are the main impacts. The other impact is that the backup heat in the house is propane. But the house that I'm living in has about 8-inch walls, and I've found that it's plenty well insulated. If I keep the doors closed during the day, the heat that comes in from all the windows, there's a lot of passive solar heat in the house, actually stays in the house and then also stays in the stone floors and then releases from the stone floors at night. And quite honestly, the last week or so, since most of the rain had stopped, haven't needed any heat at all from the wood stove or, from another source. And as winter comes, I've heard that this house is definitely heatable by the wood stove alone. So the impact of not having propane has actually been fairly small. And there are a lot of solutions around it. And I think what I notice is that we love convenience. I mean, I know that I love convenience. And sometimes, we do things out of convenience when there's actually another option that is either better or isn't that much more work. And so my challenge for you this week is to see how much you can go frack free. And, either conserve water or look at how, what your usage is as far as cooking, find alternatives, and also perhaps to try out this practice of Ishnan. And basically, using your hands in a sweeping motion towards the heart on all the limbs of your body. You do want to avoid your jade garden, as I like to call it, with the cold water. And but other than that, you just do sweeping motions along your body with the cold water. And it's a really beautiful practice to do in the morning. And then I definitely recommend using some oil, especially some oil with some Ayurvedic herbs, or you can use almond oil or jojoba oil or sesame oil. Okay, well, it's been wonderful. Enjoy this wonderful fall weather. And I'd love for you to comment on how you're going frack free.